Hi everyone, my name is Ethan and I'm just going to be making a quick video on how to get your high notes sounding better and your low notes. High notes and low notes are notoriously really hard on the flute. So one exercise that I used to do all the time, every day when I warmed up, the bar line exercise. And a lot of people frown on this exercise, but it really helps you keep your air constant across the whole register of the flute. I definitely recommend for people just starting out trying to get a nice sound. So what it is, take a middle B, go down in half steps all the way down to the bottom of the flute. And then you're going to reverse it and go all the way to the top of the flute. If you're struggling with your high notes, maybe your high notes are sounding a little bit like this. So you don't want to keep your air so forward. You want to get it more into the flute. You of course don't want it straight into the flute, you want it at a perfect angle. You want to aim it right at the opposite edge of the lip plate. And a really good way to check this is whistle tones. That was on an A, and it's the same pitch, but you use a very focused embouchure and very little air. So, once you get a nice full sound out of your high register, how do you play quietly? People might tell you, oh, just use less air. Well, that's what's gonna happen. You need to keep it supported, keep the air spinning. Really, the secret is in your aperture. And the aperture is the hole that the air comes out of into the flute. So, what you want to do, get your aperture smaller. Let me demonstrate. It's really hard to see, I know. My aperture started to get smaller as I tapered away. So, practice that, keep practicing bar line, practice your whistle tones. It's gonna take a lot of practice. Don't get frustrated, you won't get it right away. So just keep practicing and over time you'll develop a really nice high register. Now let's get to the low register. Maybe your low register is sounding something like this. And you want it to sound something like this. So, once again, it's the aperture. You need to keep your aperture nice and flat. And a really, really good trick to check this is a trick that my teacher at West Virginia University, Nina Simakopoulos, taught me, which I still use and is very, very helpful for even someone who's studying the flute. So, you're gonna take a piece of paper, rip like the corner off of a line paper or something, and fold it into this tiny little oboe reed thing. I don't really know what to call this. Again, this isn't my trick, my teacher taught me this, but it really, really helps. And you're just gonna stick it in between your lips. Don't press on it like you would an oboe reed. Just leave it there. And as you pull it out, you're gonna release air and keep the same shape of the paper in between your lips. The goal of this is to kind of get it feeling like it's flat. It's obviously not gonna be perfectly flat, but you wanna think of your embouchure as being flat. That's really what you want. So, instead of going something like this, I'm just gonna take a low D. Use the straw thing. If this trick doesn't work for you right away, use a mirror to see how flat you can make your aperture. Lovely camera died just as I was finishing up the video, but anyway, like I was saying, use a mirror to check that your aperture is nice and flat. Use the paper trick and keep using the bar line exercise. It's really gonna help you get your air constant and get your nice sound throughout the full range of the flute. So I hope you all found this video nice and helpful. If you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe. I post videos just like this every Sunday. You can also find videos of my playing and stuff here on YouTube or over on Instagram. Other than that, thank you for watching and have a great week, everyone.